Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back with another review guys. I hope you are doing well on your side as I'm also great. I have just recently watched this new released movie. It was released I think it was yesterday, which was the 11th of April. The movie was very nice guys. It is called Meet the Kumalos. It is a comedy movie, I must say that I did had a few laughs as the movie progresses, but it's not those hardcore comedy type of movies. It's a comedy that is also mixed with a bit of romantic kind of movies, guys. It's a movie that was obviously acted in South Africa, as the name suggests, Meet the Kumalos. The movie was full of nice cast, guys. It is not many cast members, but it was a cast that is full of talented actors and actresses, guys. I must say that I commend Kanyembau for being the head of this movie, or rather playing the head role. Along with Ayanda Buroto, they did a fantastic job. As the movie started, obviously they didn't like each other in this movie, guys. They were two families that were neighbors that had childhood past, as they usually used to be friends, and coincidentally the Sitoles, which was their other family, had moved into the neighborhood of the suburbs, which was a very nice suburbs, where you can tell that only rich people stay in this suburb. I must say that here in South Africa, it's good that they're trying to also portray black people also as people who are also wealthy, to stay in good places, who are not just because it always being portrayed in movies that black people are staying in castles, or rather rural areas, or squatter camps, such places. So in this movie, obviously this movie was only acted by black people. I don't remember really seeing white people. As okay, they did have some few neighbors which were whites, but it was really good to also show some striving black people. So yes, guys, those were the women of the house of these two families, and they also had husbands, which was Vusi and Desmond. Their real name for those two was Bonga Dlamini and Siyabonga Shibe, whom I really like this guy, guys. Honestly speaking, I'm dying to see what he will act next. I really want to see more of his movies, guys. I think that is a brilliant actor, and he is going unnoticed. But for me, I think that is one of the greatest. Yes, guys. So these two families, as I already said, that they really didn't like each other. When they meet, they really just it just took them to childhood memories, and they really hated each other, that it started affecting the other ones. And already they already had children, obviously. Spare was a child of Bongi, and Sizwe was a child of Grace, whom he was a guy, and Spare was a girl, and already the two were dating. And little did they know that it's gonna happen, that they're gonna become neighbors. And on top of it, the parents are already gonna be knowing each other, as they were coming from the childhood, also from the same place, which was Kwamashu. So yes, guys, these two were dating, and they tried to keep it secret, just to make sure that the parents doesn't find out, guys. I really think that they were young in such a way that Obviously we all know that, yeah, in South Africa parents really get angry when you start dating without really finishing school. So the two were still just after high school, they were still in college or university, and they were really doing good as they were in debates and really doing good, both of them, on each side. They were really striving, guys. I must say that both family were really striving, and you can tell that they really had money. So they really obviously started fighting. The two mothers, Grace and Bongi, they started fighting amongst themselves. Another one was even going to an extent of watching another one via the cameras, which really was childish. I think they should have just sit down and try to iron out their past before anything became a mess, as it did became a mess in this movie, because they found out that Sizwe and Spare were dating and it didn't sit well with them. But that relationship really got Ubongi and Grace together to try to stop this relationship from happening, because they knew that they don't like each other. So if we don't like each other, I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what they say. So they became close to each other to try to divide the relationship, and unfortunately they're trying to destroy their own children, which really at the end it didn't sit well with the children. And I must say that this thing of always interfering with children's life is really not okay, guys. I think that there is some certain age where you must let your children live. You rather groom them while they are still young to make the good choices and make the right decisions. But to really select, I mean, these two families, both of them, Grace and Bongi, as the two mothers, they went to an extent of getting a girlfriend for Sizwe and getting a boyfriend for Spare, in which the two, you can tell that they were really not clicking. I mean, you can't really expect the two people to be just dating out of nothing. I think that was not really something that was cool. I must say that, to be honest, the writer, I think that I give him a flaw, or something that I didn't like about what he did, was to make all these coincidences that the two families just happens to know each other from childhood, and the two families had to already had Sizwe and Spare already dating. I think they were supposed to just make them to start dating um after the meeting which they met, as the two families. I think it was only gonna be okay in that sense. And also the school coincidence that the two were already going to the same school and in the same debate, as they were shown in TV, that they were also debating together with each other. A lot of coincidences, as I said. I really didn't like that part. I think that the writer could have done better about that. But nevertheless, the movie was really nice. I like the fact that the two, I think it was also shown in the thriller when Ubongi and Grace went to follow the couple, and really just trying to hide and follow them all the way to a place where they went camping. And when they were hiding in the floor, it just showed that it was really going on in this movie, guys. And I did had some few laughs, and I like the fact that the comedy of it was spot on. When Vusi and Desmond went out to take out the trash, they realized that they support the same team, and both wives are not are busy fighting, and here you are clicking with your neighbor, and you support the same team. They started also going to Chisanyamas, which was very nice. I think that many neighbors in suburbs must start doing such things. It's not cool for having a neighbor that really doesn't talk that much. I mean, as neighbors we can click and become friends easily, but nowadays, especially here in South Africa, neighbors, it's like you don't even know the guy, you don't even know what he does. It's very seldom that neighbors talk when it comes to suburb guys. So which is very not nice, because sometimes an incident can happen and you may want to go borrow something, or you may need help, or someone have came and tried to steal, and your neighbor is around, can really help you in terms of that. So it's always good to have neighbors that are really talking and really know each other than just sort of copying this European thing that we don't even understand whether they practice it or not. We just copy it and say that I don't have to talk to my neighbor, I just have to keep it to myself. I think that is really not cool. It can be really nice if the neighbors do talk. That's one thing that I just noticed, that it's very nice for them to be, even if they're arguing or fighting, it's very nice for Kanyimba, which was Grace, to prepare for new neighbors, prepare them food, go give them food, to say welcome to the neighborhood. I think that was very cool for her to do that. And I think that many people should learn to practice that, especially here in South Africa. I mean, here in South Africa, in rurals and in sort of squatter camps, people really, really gel well. They don't have this thing of ego or anything like that. They can borrow each other's salt and milk, whatever that it is that they can just get by. You can go borrow in your neighbor, and even money you can go borrow in your neighbor, and even stokvels. Some of them go to an extent of doing stokvels together. So it's very nice that these ones in this movie, they took what they knew from the Kasi where they come from, and took it into the suburbs. I think that was commendable for a writer to put it that way. I must also just commend the producer, guys. I think that the producer really did a fantastic job in terms of how the cameras were shooting the scenes. Everything was just spot on for me, guys, to be honest. I can't fault him anywhere. I think apart from the coincidences, this movie was very spot on. The way that they directed the movie in the markets, when in the shisanyama and all that, I think that it was very, very beautiful. It sort of didn't show the ugliness of Kasi, but also showed that this is Kasi. So which I really, really like. I think that the people that are really good and on directing movies like that are Americans, because in America, when you're watching a movie, you will swear to God that, like, you know what, in America is very, very beautiful, because of the way that the movies are directed in America. So here, obviously, it was really, really nice for this director to do that. I think his real name is J.N. Moodley. I think he's really good. I'll start following him just to see some of other movies that he have directed. So yes, guys, I miss something that is very profound. Ukoni Chume was in this movie, and I think she was the mother-in-law of Kanyimba, whom was Grace Kumalo, and she really, as usual, she nailed the cast. And may her soul rest in peace, guys. I had to end it off by just talking about Mama Chuime, she's Connie Chuime. She's really, really, really a good actor, and there we really lost a nice one. She acted a lot of movies and stories, and she was really superb in those movies and those stories, guys. She's really that good, to be honest. She played a role here where she was buying inyama ya choko or the head of a cow. She bought that, and she was really acting as a role of whom in the past was really a problem to Kanyimbao, whom was Grace, as I said. And she was really at the end, she was also sort of apologizing for the way that she treated her, but also put a joke into it, so which was very nice. And seeing her dancing and all that at the end of the movie was just made me to almost cry the way that it was, to know that we really lost a fantastic actor there, guys. So that was it about this movie, guys. There was not much. It's a very short movie. It's not that long, but obviously, if you watch it, you can really enjoy it. You can really laugh, and the relationship ended up working out between both families, as a whole. And it was nice. It was just a nice ending story. And if you haven't watched it, I didn't spoil it, guys. You can go ahead and watch the movie. It's very nice. I think it should be trending number one right now on Netflix here in South Africa. So please go watch the movie and enjoy your weekend, guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep the family growing, guys. I will meet you on the next one. Cheers.